happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Have the happiest of Thanksgiving today. I'm thankful. I already got Josh. Josh said he was leaving, Rothenberg and DiPietro to listen to JD Talking Sports Drop the G on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, TikTok. Subscribe on YouTube's. That's like my mom says Velcros. I go, Mom, it's Velcro, but I don't stop her anymore. She goes, I need the Velcros. But I am thankful for everybody. We're having prime rib today. Mom and I, football all day. Hal did that football game, the co-ed Thanksgiving Day flag football extravaganza, 47 years and counting. And it's going to be in the pregame on Fox between 10:30 and 12:30. So I'm definitely taping that. Oh, DiPietro and Rothenberg. Sorry there, Josh. I didn't say it the right way. Not Rothenberg and DiPietro. And because DiPietro played NHL hockey, Rothenberg's just Rothenberg. Pardon me there, Josh. And Aaron said he's making the sides today for the Familia. How do you say Aguilar? Aguilar? I'm going to butcher it. Actually, I don't even know Josh. Do I know Josh's last name? I do not. I just know him as Josh. And Aaron in the car, and I always, it's Al. I think it's Aguilar. I think that's what it is. Yeah, I think it's what Aguilar. Yeah, but I digress. How about Jonathan Quick last night? Lafreniere scored his 8th goal of the season, 1-0 win, and Quick is the first American goalie to get to 60 goals in a career. Couldn't sleep last night. I'm watching, Jim Irsay was on Real Sports with Brian Gumbel, which is ending, which is bullshit. It's a great show. Oh, so is it Burgos or Burgos? Burgos, right? Burgos. Harji, right? Harji. And Jim Irsay was talking back in his 2014 DUI, which he just wanted to go away, so he pled guilty to a misdemeanor, which if you're not guilty, then you shouldn't. And they showed him walking. He said, I just had hip surgery. Well, they found all these pills in his car, painkillers, plus $29,000 in cash, which he could afford. And he said they were going against a rich white billionaire, which, you can't say. You just can't. I mean, you could feel it. Well, thank you, Josh. You can feel it, but it's not something you should really say. And, his dad, is vilified by Baltimore Colts fans for in '84, in the middle of the night, having the Mayflower moving trucks moving the team in the middle of the night to Indianapolis. And Irsay took over, 24 as a GM, and then took over the team at like 36, 37 after his dad passed. You have to see his memorabilia collection. He has Ali's, what do you want to call it? His robe that he comes into the first Liston fight. He has the Beatles drum set from the appearance on what was that show called in the 60s? I'm blanking on the name of it. I see the guy's face. Well, thank you all for being here today. He had 400 different guitars. It was like a museum. And he built a hockey rink with a Zamboni at his house in Indianapolis. So he's got fuck you money. He's got a lot of money. And he definitely has had addiction problems. He used to be a power lifter. Now he can barely walk. Even talking, he has this slow, slurry talk. He said he hasn't had a drink since the early 2000s. Peyton Manning's is still a friend of his. And Peyton says he leaves these long voicemails to him. But he did not look healthy to me. He's like 60-something. He looks like he's 90. He can barely walk. He used to be a big dude, and he's lived hard. Yeah, Ed Sullivan. Thank you, Josh. The Ed Sullivan Show. See, that's what Josh gets it right away. And I watched it. So you should watch the interview and then he said that if he had pancreatic cancer, he'd be considered a hero. And because addiction is looked down on, it's not that it's looked down on. It's you saying that you're a rich white billionaire is what he goes, you can't say that. Just can't. No one's looking down on you with the addiction. Addiction's a terrible thing. His dad was Jim Irsay's dad was a major alcoholic. And, Andrew Kramer was asked by Brian Gumbel, is he looked down by other owners? But he's the one who stood up to who was the guy who sold the Redskins? I'm blanking. Dan Snyder. And he was one of the guys who spoke out against, because that's a old boy white network, the NFL owners. Let's be honest there. But you know what? And he won a championship with the Colts. They're rebuilding now. He did hold out with Jonathan Taylor about paying him whatever. And I thought that was bullshit. I think you need a running back. I think Saquon's showing that the Giants, he's a guy that everybody's going to be foaming at the mouth to get, because Saquon at any point can break a run for anything, and we'll see what happens on that front. And what did I see? Morning Blitz, which I love. Morning Blitz, which I love, said tonight there is going to be and I want to get this right, when the moon is in a waxing gibbous phase, as it is tonight, the Lions, since the NFL-AFL merger, are 0 for 12 on Turkey Day. I did not know that. And they are going for their first division title since 1993. 93, folks. 1993. And their favorite today, Washington Cowboys, are 8-2 all time. And do you know in 1975 and 77, Rozelle let the Thanksgiving Day game go from Dallas to the St. Louis Cardinals? Now, I don't remember those games. I think I started watching. I don't remember. I mean, I watched Thanksgiving games all the time as a kid, but I don't remember St. Louis having the games. That escapes my mind. Maybe Bumbles remembers that, but I don't. And I thought that was kind of interesting. So the Giants, 4 first-half touchdowns this season, all versus Washington in their 2 wins. So Washington's 4-7. Imagine if they won those 2 games, they would be 6-5. That's some bad losses. Giants are 5-2-1 versus Washington since 2020. 17-36 versus the other 31 teams. I mean, that's no good. That's no bueno at all. No, not good at all, folks. Not good at all. And Jalen Hyatt, preseason Offensive Rookie of the Year. Well, he's not had a great season. He is, and 3 quarterbacks, kind of hard. 12 catches, 221 yards. I feel bad for him. Hopefully they can get that rectified for next season. Or maybe, hey, you know me, DeVito could play well. They're going to play. Imagine that. Used to be Pats Giants was much watched TV. This year it's 1 o'clock on Sunday and push it aside. And tonight, what do we have? So tonight we have Dallas hosting the Commanders. Tonight we have the Seahawks hosting the Niners. You have the Egg Bowl. The Ole Miss is going for their 10th win of the season. Lane Kiffin did that in 2021. That's a lot of wins for an Ole Miss team. Jackson Dart, I heard he's coming back. Maybe he's not coming back for Ole Miss. That's a game always which ends kind of crazy. And a couple of years ago, the former, what wasn't it, Moore? He did the, was it Ole Miss? He did the piss thing when he caught the touchdown. He pissed like a dog, and then they had to kick an extra point and lost the game. I remember that. That I remember distinctly. Yeah, the former, you know, the one who screamed at the coaches a couple years ago. Now he's on the Cleveland Browns. Yes. Is it Moore? Yeah, I'm trying to remember who that was. But it was the wide receiver who they drafted high, 2nd-round draft pick, and then maybe Josh remembers who I'm talking about. Josh, you got to help me out here. Well, I remember distinctly in the Egg Bowl a couple seasons ago, scored a touchdown and did the piss like a dog, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? That's just dumb. That's just dumb. But Josh must be cooking for the family. Yes, Commander's going to be getting their asses kicked. Aaron's even on YouTube. Look at Aaron making the sides with the familia. I told him I wanted a sister on, but she said, I only talk hockey. I said, that's fine. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. But I want, all these people. Let's all get on. Let's, yeah. It's great. And Daniel Jones had surgery yesterday, 8 to 10 months recovery. Ugh. Yeah, not looking good. And this was from Zach Rosenblatt. Nathaniel Hackett said that Tim Boyle, tenacity when it comes to his preparation, command of system. What system? Hackett, you don't really have a system. You suck. You really suck. You're not good. Yeah, you're not. Wait, I'm talking about. So Josh, you don't remember the guy who got into the shouting match with who was the offensive coordinator last year, and then they traded him to Cleveland. I got it. Now I got to look that up because that's going to bother me. Cleveland Browns wide receivers. Let's look that up. Cleveland Brown wide receivers. I see his face. All right, Cleveland Brown. Of course. No, that's not what I want. Cleveland. Can we work, please? I know I shouldn't be using Showtime to do this, but it's going to bother me. And that's not what I want. All right, maybe did Josh help me out here?